Good afternoon, everyone. Jim Perry with Alliance Portfolio. I'm reaching out to you again today to tell you more about what you already know, which is we have a coronavirus going on and it's affecting all of our businesses and our lives one way or another, and heavily financially. So we're going to have to win the weight to get through this season together. And I want to go through with how we're dealing with borrowers and providing assistance, what our process looks like and what your options might be, are getting our investors' approval and support on any relief that we do or modifications or forbearance agreements. Then we want to implement it, and if all goes well, we'll implement it, and we'll go forward for 90 days and see how well it works out, and we'll readjust at that point. Okay? So everyone is seeking assistance and relief, and there's a lot of relief available to us. But we're going to want you to participate in your own rescue, okay? And an analogy is that you're in a whitewater raft going down a river and you fall out of the boat, okay? It's your job to get back to the boat. The boat will do everything it can to stay still and even try to move towards you, but you got to move towards the boat. You got to get there. You got to participate in your own rescue, because the river's not going to stop moving, and neither is this economy, and neither is everything else in this world. So you're going to have to participate in your own rescue. We're going to show you how you can do some of that. Again, on all of our loans are business purpose and investment purpose loans. We did that intentionally, and there are a lot of benefits for our borrowers to navigate their way through the business purpose and investment purpose loans, because there's great resources for them to get relief. The first source of relief would be the SBA Economic Disaster Relief Service, and what they'll do is give you $10,000 within 3 days, and they've also provided $2 million in working capital for any individual business up to that much, and there could be no payback. The whole thing would be forgiven if you play by all of the rules. The next thing is this new CARE Act that they just passed for $2 trillion, which includes $300 billion for business incentives, and it provides payroll protection, and they will give you 2.5 times your payroll, and they'll do that within 7 days if you're requesting it. Another miracle of this is that it too is forgivable. So if you go get these sources, you can get some assistance, financial relief, and never have to pay it back, and you're gonna have to play by all the rules. Now, I have a link below the video here where you can go to those sources to get that relief. Next thing is your auto and your equipment leases. Auto leases and equipment leases for business purpose or business equipment are very, very negotiable and will absolutely work with you, because they don't want to take back auto leases or equipment leases because they're going to not make any money on that deal. So just ask them. You're bound to get 90 days right off the bat without giving them anything. At least move those 3 months payments to the end of any lease that you have. Also, we're going to want you to prove or show us that you're reducing your overhead. I went through my own overhead at Alliance Portfolio, and I was able to, without closing my business, without getting rid of any employees, I was able to reduce our total overhead by as much as well over $200,000 a year, so almost $20,000 a month. That's meaningful in winning this weight and surviving this period of time. And lastly, you have unemployment insurance, so use it. That's what you got it for. It's available to you, and you should use it. So put that into place. Now, I'm going to show you what our process looks like. And you're going to provide us a hardship request from any borrower that wants relief. They'll give us a hardship request. They'll give us a written explanation of their hardship, what their plan for recovery is, and what kind of time frame they're going to need for us to work with them. We're going to ask for income verification to show that you have cash flow to meet this new plan that we're trying to help you get. And then we're going to want to make sure that you applied for all of these other sources of relief from the previous sources that I was sharing with you. Okay? Once we do that, we will submit this package to our investors and meet with them and go through it with them. And we're going to provide them your evidence of the hardship, the income that you have that you can work with, the release sources that you went out and tried to get to help your own rescue. And we'll present it to the investor, and we'll get approval, or we'll modify it and then submit it to you. Okay? Now, all of that goes well. Then what we'll do is, at that point, Alliance Portfolio will charge a flat fee of $750 on all loans to create all of this stuff and to implement it for you. Okay, it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of man hours on our part, and we're trying to help you, but we can't do this for free. We'll draft a formal forbearance agreement. We will get this agreement signed and notarized. You can come to our office. We have notaries here, ready, willing, and available to help. And we'll put it into place, and we'll go out another 90 days. We'll review, we'll readjust, and we'll go from there. Okay? So in closing, we want to work with you. We also want you to participate in your own rescue. We want you to use every relief source that is available to you, and there's a lot of them. And we want to help each other win this weight through this crisis. Okay? So be honest, be candid, and communicate with us, and we're available to help you. So God bless you. Hope your family stays safe, and we'll get through this together.